Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. We are going to jump into a new Christmas video for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to start right now. We're going to jump into the first project. See you on the other side, lovies. Mwah. Okay, lovies, we're jumping into project number 1 using this pizza pan from Dollar Tree. All right, now today's pizza pan DIYs are probably nothing new or that you haven't already seen before, but this is my version of them. Okay, so what you saw I was doing there was trying to get that residue off, the little sticky glue that comes on there, and it wasn't really working for me, so I just decided to go in with my finger sander in a circular motion here, and it worked out okay because I'm going to do this I was going to do it anyway to get that surface nice and scratched up, so it will help with the paint adhering to the surface. Then next I'm going to take my multi-purpose Mod Podge here. I tell you guys, I forget I have all this stuff in my stash. I do. And I give that one good coat. I really like the sheen on that. I will say that about the multi-surface Mod Podge. I don't like it for decoupaging per se, but I do like it for sealing stuff. So right here, I'm taking some of my Cricut vinyl. Now, I would totally recommend using the Dollar Tree vinyl for this. However, I did not feel like going out to the garage that night, so I just, sacrificed some of my Cricut vinyl here. And I'm just going to cut down a strip. And the cool thing about the Cricut vinyl, I think the Dollar Tree one does too, has a grid on the back where it helps you to cut along the lines, which you guys know I need that. So right here, I'm pretty sure you can already guess where we're going with this one. And I'm just going to put this strip of vinyl right here, a little lower than halfway on the pizza pan. Because I just needed the top part to be a little bit longer than the bottom. Okay, and so then I'm taking some of these large buttons that I had in my stash, and I'm just going to glue them down, guys, using some of my tacky glue as well as a little bit of hot glue to keep them in place. Now, y'all know what happened, right? Like, I had this, I was like, okay, I don't need to measure it. I'm gonna measure it, as y'all know, M-A-E, measure it. And of course, y'all know it wasn't centered at all. But that's okay. It's for me. It's not for anybody else. So it can be a little off to the side. It's just, it's a little Beyonce going on here. To the left, to the left. It was way over there, y'all. But anyway, I kept rolling because I knew if I tried to pull it up, I would more than likely pull up some of that paint. And I was not going to, I was already running out of red paint, so I didn't want to have to go back and redo everything. So I just rolled with it. So then next, what you see I'm doing here is I'm taking some of the infamous furry yarn that I love to use during Christmas time. How y'all like to use glitter, I love to use lights and furry yarn. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and outline the pizza pan. There we go. Again, you guys kind of have an idea of where we're going with this already. Now for the hanger part of this, I'm just going to take that leftover furry yarn that I had, and I'm going to glue that to the back, as you can see, using some Aleene's tacky glue and some hot glue. Okay, and once I get that put on there, I'm just going to lay it down, kind of pull it up a little bit before it sets, because I didn't want it too high up, but just high enough. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but just enough, just a little peekaboo to come from behind there is what we wanted. So I'm going to secure that in place with some painter's tape, and that's just until that tacky glue sets up. There you have it. Boy, was it bothering me with those buttons being over like that, but it is what it is. So right here I had this little welcome sign that you can find. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. If not, it would have come from Walmart or Michael's. I'm really not sure. But I painted that in white paint, and I'm just going to put that, as you see, right in the middle of the buttons. Now my thought was to initially put it a little further up, but I had totally forgot about it. So this is where we landed with that. So here I have this super cute, I mean super cute bow I found at Hobby Lobby. It had the bow with the Santa's legs and the boots, and I was like, I have to add this to this pizza pan. So only thing I didn't like is that the buckle was turned weird to me, and so I was looking at trying to turn it around, but I was like, no, I don't want to ruin it because I only have the one. So once I did that, I just glued it down, as you can see here, and I'm tacking down the boots, and then we're gonna just fluff out that ribbon, and that is it for this piece. Welcome, Santa Claus. All right, project number 2, using another pizza pan from Dollar Tree. This time we're going to go in with some window clings. Now I had these in my stash. I did order them last year, I believe, off of Amazon, and I just fell in love with the blue color of these, and I wanted to do the hanging ornaments. Now again, you guys have probably seen this a million times over, but this is one that I wanted to do. I think I did one last year with pink ornaments with a napkin, and it came out so pretty. So I definitely wanted to give a shot at blue because I am doing some blue in parts of the home. So right here, to make the hanging part, I decided to use some of these silver Chanel stems I had in my stash. I was trying to figure out what to do. At first I was going to use a little jute cord, then I had thought about using some macrame cord, and I was like, no, I need something silver. And I was like, I don't have anything silver, no ribbon, no anything. And then I remembered I had silver Chanel stems. Go baby. So anyway, so I'm just sizing those up to cut them down, and I don't mind that they're going over the lip. That will just add a little security to them, and you're not gonna see them once I get everything tacked down. So I just decided to roll with it, and I'm just gonna use hot glue to put them in place. I was doing that backwards at first, then I came to my senses. I was like, turn it around, girlfriend, turn it around. It'll work a lot better for you. So I listened and I turned it around, and it did go a bit smoother. So like I said, I'm just using hot glue to tack them in place. And once I do that, I am going to go in with some of these little silver pre-made bows that I had in my stash. I was looking for some blue ones. I could have sworn I had like some midnight navy blue pre-tie bows, but I didn't. And so I just ended up going with the silver ones, which kind of worked out because of the silver Chanel stems. And I gotta say, this was coming together really cute. I did add in some snowflakes, as you see what I'm doing here. I may have went a little overboard with them, but I don't know. I kind of like them. So once I get all that on there, I'm just going to seal the window clings in with some more of that multi-surface Mod Podge. And this is just going to make sure they stay in place. Now right here, I used the leftover Chanel stem for the hanger. Pretty much the same process as I did on the first one to secure it in place. And then guys, I decided to make a bow. Now this bow was a hot mess. I mean, on top of a hot mess. On top of a hot mess bow, okay? It was a lot of wrapping and looping and cutting and finagling and piecing together that I just could not take you guys through. It was a pitiful bow. It was. But I think, you know, if you kind of tilt your head to the side, like I've told y'all before, if you close one eye, lift up your left toe, you'll see what I see. So here's a little piece that didn't make the cut, but I still wanted to use it. So I turned it into some rabbit ears because I wanted my bow to have a top part. And yeah, y'all, it was just a hot mess on top of hot mess. So I just decided to twist that around, make it into some bunny ears, and then just hot glue it together. And then we're just going to piece everything together and put it at the top. So yeah, so I mean, hey, I got creative, okay? My creative juices was overflowing. They were overflowing. So here, I'm just piecing it together. I mean, it works. It's not like the best beautiful bow, but it's a bow, you know it's a bow. when you see it. It may be pitiful, but you know it's a bow. So once I added like 1,000,000 pounds of hot glue to it, now we're going to go ahead and put it on the pizza pan where we want it. And I was a little ambitious here because I was like, well, it's going to cover a little bit, but y'all, I was doing the most, I know, but I still think it came out cute though. It started covering up everything, but you can still see it. I think it works. Y'all give me a little grace, okay? All right. Project number 3, which is terracotta teacup number 68. All right. And for those who are joining us for the first time on this channel, we have been doing a series where we take a terracotta pot, add a handle to it, turn it into a terracotta teacup with a theme. And today we are on number 68, and we'll also be doing 69. What you guys saw there is I took this little cutout that I have from Cricut, on my Cricut Joy. I cut that out and I traced around it because I needed to make this outline. So what I'm trying to do here, guys, is make kind of a chimney slash fireplace, okay? Because the words I cut out on my Cricut says "'twas the night before Christmas," and it'll make perfect sense in about a few seconds here, a few minutes. So I needed to make sure that that black background was able to support the wording. Now, when I put down this wording, I did not realize that in the design space, how it was kind of had a slant to it. I didn't realize that until after I put it on the piece, because I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, this looks really off. But when I went back and looked at it, it did have a little bit of a slant to it. So it is what it is. I was going to try to arrange the letters out to make it more straight, but I was like, yeah, no, this is what we're going to go with, and this is what we're rolling with. So next, I'm going to build around the fireplace slash chimney using these little miniature bricks that I found off of Amazon haul. And I'm just going to go around it. I'm not going to take you through every piece of me gluing these down. Now, it did take me probably about 30-40 minutes to get them all down. And I did use some hot glue for this. Now, what I should have done here is I should have put down some Aliens tacky glue, because they did start popping off a little bit. But, again, these are for me, and, it is what it is. It's easy fix. It's not going to ruin anything. Okay, so there you have it. I did not go all the way around this because you're not going to see the back of it. And again, I just, the chimney doesn't go all the way around. So anyway, not chimney, the fireplace. So I just wanted to give like the mantle look of it. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. But anyway, so next I'm taking my macrame ring, which I cut in half, and now I'm going to sand down those parts that's going to be attached to our terracotta pot. And this is what takes it from a terracotta pot and turns it into a terracotta teacup. All right, and I just use a little bit of hot glue on that to secure it in place. As I mentioned in the previous video, you can definitely use a heavier duty glue here, but I do not recommend, whether it's heavy duty glue or lightweight glue, that you try to pick these up by the handle. They are very delicate pieces, and if you find that they still keep popping off with the heavy duty glue, then I would say just omit it altogether. We don't really need it to create our theme to our terracotta pot. Okay, so right here, as you see, I'm just taking some more of that Aliens tacky glue, some hot glue, and we're going to secure that to the base. Now, I ran out of my larger size wood rounds here that I usually use to top these off with, and so I'm just using one of these wooden ornaments, and I'm going to secure that in place. I did leave the little hanging piece on there because it was not large enough. But this is why we're doing the "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." I found this super cute ornament with this candle and this little mouse sleeping, and I just instantly thought about "'Twas the Night Before Christmas. All through the house, not a creature was snoring, not even a mouse." And I started laughing. I was like, except for this one, he was tired. He was waiting on Santa, and he just got pooped out, and he fell asleep under that warm candlelight. And then right there, I was telling y'all something. I don't know what I was saying to y'all. I was telling y'all something. And so here, to cover up that opening where I put the ornament on top there, I'm just going to take one of my furry Chanel stems here and I'm going to wrap that all the way around. Now, this is not the original plan, but this is just how I figured to remedy this, and I still think it came out quite pretty in my opinion. In my humble opinion. And we're just going to use a little bit of hot glue to take that on around and secure it in place. And what else do I do after this besides removing those glue webs? I don't know. What comes next? I don't know. What's going to happen, guys? Let's see. What do I do? Oh, I'll show you guys. There you go. Isn't that adorable? I really, really like that. So then next, what I decided to do is to add one of my little Christmas trees. Now, these Christmas trees do have an adhesive backing to them, but it wasn't the most secure. I did fluff the tree out a little bit because it was a little willy wonky. I had it pressed up in some stuff, but I added some hot glue to that, and I'm just going to tack it right to the side, being very careful to not cover up that wording on there. And I love this. I love it. I think it's so simple and adorable. Now we're going to move on into terracotta teacup number 69, guys. So right here, right out the bat, you can see I went in with some of my silver rub and buff and white paint. Now I'm taking some of this red and white butcher's twine, and I will say, if you like this one and you choose to recreate it, you can omit this part. I was trying to bring some color into this piece, and once I put the butcher's twine on there, it did not give what I wanted it to give, but I had to roll with it because it was already on there. It didn't take away from the piece, but it really didn't add anything either. All right, so just like you saw in the previous terracotta teacup, I'm just going to put that in place, but I am pushing this one a bit towards the back because I need that landing in the front to add some embellishments there. So I'm going to add my handle to this one. I did paint that in red, and I'm going to add again one of those ornaments to the top, and then I'm going to put my little embellishments, which is a Santa Claus, a reindeer, and a ladder, and it's going to make sense in just a few minutes. I'm going to secure that in place with some hot glue. Now again, I would recommend, if you choose to do something like this, definitely use something heavier duty if you plan on keeping these. All right. And so once I put them in place, then I'm going to go ahead and let you guys have a little peek at it. And then we're going to go in with our next ornament, which is milk and cookies for Santa and carrots for Rudolph. Again, saw these at Hobby Lobby, and I love them. Like, it is so hard to walk away from there and not pick up every ornament they have, because I could seriously make a terracotta teacup for each and every one of them. But I saw this, I wanted to do the milk and cookies one, and this just made it so much easier for me. Now, if you're all into, you know, clay and everything like that, then I would totally say do it, because that rustic charm would look so cute. But as you guys know, I'm a lazy crafter, so this is where we landed. So to cover up the gapping on this one, I'm just going in with a silver Chanel stem and going around that. Now, I will admit I should have probably put 2 on here, but by the time I got to this project, your girl was tired and I was ready to go to bed. So I was like, it is what it is. You know, you don't need to be all up on my stuff like that anyway. Y'all know the saying, mind your business. Mind your business. Oh my goodness. So here I'm going to go in with a few more embellishments. Again, just wanting to bring in some color. And I decided to take one of these little crystal-like holly leaves, or acrylic holly leaves. And I'm going to put 2 snowflakes on either side of that. And that's it for this one. And we're going to go ahead and jump into our final reveal. And lovies, if you are still here riding with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. As I often say, without you guys, there wouldn't be a Craft Away with May. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you. So you guys know the drill. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. And don't forget to hit that hype button. Once you hit the like button, all you do is scroll to the right, and there you'll see the hype button. All right, your girl would appreciate it. It would help me out a lot to push my videos out just a bit more. All right. And I also want to hear from you guys if you have a favorite of today. You guys know the spiel, the drill, how we do on this channel. I want to conversate with you guys. You know I love to chat with you in the comments after each and every video. So I want to hear if you had a favorite of today. Now, this request did come from one of my subscribers to do pizza pan DIYs for Christmas. And this is what I came up with. Like I said, you know, you've probably seen it a million times over, but this was two that I wanted to do for you. And then here we are going into our terracotta teacups. Oh my goodness, I love both of these today. I think they're super adorable, and I just love the fact that, you know, each video we're coming with something new. Like I say, you know, if you want to recreate these, if you have that creative niche and you can just go in and recreate these by hand, by sculpting them, then I would say definitely do it, because that just adds a little extra rustic charm to them. But y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know. You know, if we can cut a corner or two, we're going to cut a corner or two. And that's what we did. But I still think these came out cute. I am loving our series, as I often say. And our next one will be number 70, which I'm really excited about. But what I also like to do for those who are joining us for the first time, right here is where I like to show you every terracotta teacup we've that we've created. Why do I want to keep saying recreated? That we've created for the entire series. As you can see, it does go by quite fast, but I do love to share them with you all. Just so you can have a sneak peek at them. And also, if you have a favorite of those, I would love to hear about it as well. If you have an idea for one, please share that in the comments. If it's not already on our ongoing list, I will add it there. If it is there, stay tuned, because it'll be showing up soon enough. All right, I see we are on the road to 100 because I did way more for Christmas than I thought I was gonna do, but once I just started getting the ideas and everything, I just kept going with it, and I really wanted to get them in before the crafting season was over. I know Christmas has not gotten here yet, but the crafting season for Christmas was almost over. So there you have it. And so, lovies, again, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. We are also on the road to reaching our 10K subscriber count, which is amazing, which is because of each of you that come back every week. I know you can't always catch every video, but just the fact that when you guys tune in, when you hit that like button, when you hit that hype button, when you comment, which is all free to do, it really makes a difference in my channel, and it really helps with the growth. And for that, guys, I am truly grateful. Also, we are wrapping up 30 days of gratitude, so check that out tomorrow. It'll be our final day. And yeah, and don't forget to hit the hype button if you want to support me in other ways. This is how you can do it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just you being here, as I've already mentioned, is good enough for me. Hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.